Hi guys, this is the hair growth oil recipe that I'm going to be using for, or that you saw me using in the previous video, but that I'm also going to be using for my natural hair growth and strengthening challenge. If you haven't done so already and you want to participate, head over to Facebook and look up the Glorious Crown Legacy, or you can click on the link I've included in the description. Request to join. I'll add you in. We'll be happy to have you. In the meantime, I want to share the recipe. I actually got this from Curly Proverbs. I believe I followed it to the letter. I may have done a few things differently. You can too. But I just wanted to show you what I'm currently doing now with my hair. First, I started with 2 cups of coconut oil. The coconut oil, I warmed it up because you know it was solid before that. And I warmed it just by sitting it on the oven, on the stove, on top, and letting it just melt. Um, Coconut oil is very nourishing and conditioning, so I opted to use this. I may use a different oil in the future. In fact, I did. I did another one with avocado oil. Okay, 3 tablespoons of fenugreek seeds. I bought these fenugreek seeds earlier this year with the intent of doing the challenge. So, 'tis the season. Next, I'm doing aloe vera powder, 1 tablespoon. Aloe vera is just nourishing to the hair. It is the ride or die for me, and I've been using it forever. 1/8 teaspoon of MSM powder. Now, Curly Proverbs said to just start a little bit at a time. This is an optional ingredient. And then I'm topping it off with castor oil and avocado oil. But as far as the MSM powder goes, what I would suggest is try a little bit at a time and do a strand test in a small section, and also just test a little bit on your scalp. I'm doing about 10 to 12 drops of rosemary essential oil and about 6 drops of lavender essential oils. Both are said to be very nourishing for your scalp. It helps aid in hair growth. It helps to fight that DHT hormone that keeps hair from growing. What I would recommend is certainly do your own research. With the rosemary essential oil, pregnant ladies, or if you're nursing, flat out don't use it. I've read that on several articles, seen it several times, even here on YouTube. So that's just a warning. Be very careful when you're using the rosemary. Just don't use it at all. And right now I'm just stirring everything in. As you saw when I put that aloe vera powder in, it was kind of clumpy. But the whole point of everything that I'm using for this challenge is to make sure everything I do means something. Nourishing, conditioning. My hair needs to love whatever I'm doing from here on out. And then you allow it to sit for a few days. I call it fermenting, but infuse is the proper word. So 4 days later, I strained. Be careful not to make a mess like I did. Put some cheesecloth over a vessel so that you can strain the seeds out and any debris. And when you remove the cheesecloth, you can just sort of squeeze out any extra oil that may be in there, because you want as much as you want, all your goodness. And even though I spilled some, I still have close to 2 cups. So that's not bad considering the mess that I made. And now what I'm doing here, I'm putting this in the applicator bottles. These bottles are only 8 ounces. I'm considering getting 16-ounce bottles, for multiple reasons. I'm trying to think, am I forgetting anything? Now, Curly Proverbs did suggest that you use the oil within, I think, about a month's time, because the herbs like the fenugreek is supposed to be really good for your skin and your scalp. You want them to stay, the herbs to stay as potent as possible. So that was her suggestion, her recommendation. And that's it. So guys, I hope that this is helpful. Hope you decide to join in on the challenge. And until the next video, live simply and be kind. Smooches.